Presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
The United States have the lead.
The United States in full command.
And didn't she enjoy that one?
Never miss a game.
Look at the pace she puts on this ball with that little slip run. Great first touch.
Never miss a moment.
Get a hold of it.
The back of the net.
Great goal for the United States.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Go inside the game. Sports and sports talk are on 100.7 The Ticket. His store and more, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus Media station. This is Sports Center.
I'm Doug Brown. Confirmed today, Pacers point guard Tyrese Haliburton tore his right Achilles in the first quarter of Game 7 against the Thunder. His availability for next season is in doubt. Haliburton is the first player in NBA history to hit a game-tying or game-winning shot in the final seconds of every round of the playoffs. As for the newly minted champs, ESPN's Brian Windhurst says the Thunder could make this a prolonged run of success.
Even if the Thunder lose some of these role players, even if they can't keep, and I'm not going to speculate who they may or may not, because of the 15 first-round picks. I mean, guys, they have the 15th pick in this draft. I mean, who knows? Maybe they draft a guy that ends up being great for them. Maybe they got 14 more first-round picks in the next 7 years.
Brian Windhurst on First Take. The Thunder are the early favorites to win the title again next year. They're plus 220 right now on ESPN Bet. Prosecutors in the Dominican Republic are asking that suspended Rays shortstop Wander Franco serve a 5-year prison sentence for sexual abuse of a 14-year-old girl.
Your summer drink is here. Twisted Tea is a smooth, refreshing, hard iced tea with 5% alcohol, making it the perfect drink to take any day this summer to the next level. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
This 4th of July, make it red, white, and brew. Grab your lounge chair or blanket and this in Growler Park at Maumee Bay Brewing Company for the downtown Toledo fireworks. Enjoy music, great food, and the
Tonight, we usher in the next wave of NBA players.
Welcome to a new The 2025 NBA Draft.
Cooper Flag is on another level.
A two-night event from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York.
This is our time.
BJ Edgecombe, my goodness. Ray Johnson.
Coverage begins Wednesday night at 7:30 and again on Thursday at 7:30 here on Toledo's home for hoops, 100.7 The Ticket.
Black and White Sports is now.
Trust and believe. It's something totally different. And stop with the Eminem, because Eminem's not one of the best either. And y'all can stop that.
Dre says he's the best on the mic. That's
Dr. Dre is a Fed, and so is Snoop. We covered this. Everybody fool with Dre and Snoop is dead or was locked up. I don't care what Dr. Dre said.
I'm just reporting.
Dr. Dre was wearing women's shoes before it was fashionable to do it as a guy.
Toledo's sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
What are you doing here? Business.
I'm the champion of the world. Ain't nothing can be done about that. I can't be beat, and I won't be beat. This time I'm gonna train even harder. There won't be no quick knockdown.
Because the beating that you got from BCSN, I should have killed you, kid. You didn't.
This country wants to keep me down. They don't want a man like me to have the title because I'm not a puppet like that fool up there.
He's just another fighter. No, he ain't just another fighter. This guy is a wrecking machine, and he's hungry. Killers like this guy, he'll knock you into tomorrow.
I am ranked number one. One! That means I'm the best. Get out my face. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off.
Hard words from a hard man.
Nothing is real if you don't believe in who you are. I reject the challenge. There's no challenge.
Don't listen to it. No, do listen to it when this is over. A lot of folks are going to owe you an engraved apology. What's your prediction for the fight then?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
As Shea Gilgeous-Alexander brings it up, crosses half court inside the three-point line to Caruso on the right, three on its way. Good! Alex Caruso, two triples off the bench.
One from each side, not even touching the rim.
Nembhard drives right down the middle. Into the corner it goes. Obi Toppin in the game. Gives it to Halliburton, who fell down. And he's smacked in the turf, and I hope he's all right. Tyrese Halliburton stumbled again like we saw in Game 5 here, but this time he is smacking the court, and that is not a good sign. Still laying on his stomach.
No, he fell on.
7:20 left in the half. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander from the left, stops on a dime, left high post, jumper good. SGA with 12 points and a timeout.
Toppin has got to take care of the ball.
Down floor, pass for Cutting Mathurin's tipped away, a steal. Here's J-Dub against Nembhard. Euros down the lane. Shot is up and in, despite Ben Mathurin coming from the backside to try to block it. And a timeout called by Rick Carlisle as the Thunder have gone up 5. Dort fires it down floor to Holmgren and dunks it. Holmgren leaked out and got the slam.
Indiana was trying to press, but Holmgren got behind them.
And that's it. The first title of the OKC era is complete. One of the youngest rosters in recent memory has just completed one of the finest seasons in NBA history. The Oklahoma City Thunder have their first championship, and they're the 2025 NBA champion.
Well, friends, brothers, countrymen, it is a day of solemn morning, however you may be listening, whatever you may be into. We'd like to welcome you on this Morbid Monday to the slowest 120 minutes in sports. Welcome aboard. We are brought to you by the Bellamere Suites, our good friends in Perrysburg, via Cumming, Georgia. Make sure you visit them there. The Atlanta area, that is. As we begin on this, where do I begin to count? You all want to talk about a basketball game, a team, a champion. I want to talk about being gutted with what I'm totaling at this point. I think the count is at about, might be 350, 400. A $400 Achilles tear. Yeah, Halliburton, I'm sorry. You're not getting ready to be hooping for a while.
Into the corner it goes. Obi Toppin in the game. Gives it to Halliburton, who fell down. And he's smacking the turf, and I hope he's all right. On the other end, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to Jalen Williams for the dunk. And more importantly, Tyrese Halliburton stumbled again like we saw in Game 5 here, but this time he is smacking the court, and that is not a good sign, still laying on his stomach.
No, he fell on his own, which is a worse sign.
And just as effed up as that was effed up the first time we tried to run this and do this, and all that preparation before 4 o'clock was totally asinine and useless. So why not make it complete with the money, the show, F all of it? I feel like, how about let's just walk out of here? Especially as Josh just shot me in the head too, just to make, and I knew it too. I said, watch, he'll totally screw me over. Absolutely, to get it started. So thank you for that. Welcome in to you too. All this damn money, soon as the damn game. And here's the kicker. I'm scrambling through tickets trying to find one that doesn't have something Halliburton on it at all. Any god dang anything. No less than 6 tickets. I can't even tell you. Like, all that anticipation waiting on the game, all that oh man. Charge, you should have saw it. You talk death to the Pacers. The Pacers are the least of my concerns right now. As I come on here, I don't know what y'all want to talk about. Yeah, Halle Mally at this point. And see, what you don't understand is, as soon as people cross the line and the game begins and they're on it, injuries will cost you your ass. Example right here. Josh, the game is, man, I'm asleep. I'm going to sleep. I ain't all this heroic pace, all that, man, whatever. I do want to say, I felt bad. I thought about my man Hightower. I did. I definitely like, oh man, Hightower's sick. Right now, I'm like, the whole thing, it's like, and then Obi Toppin put it, he made it crispy clear. Like, man, I was out of it. I know you was. We all was. Shoot me. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about shooting. The tally could be going. I quit looking at tickets because I'm doing one. Josh, I'm out of here, Josh. We hit 3 of these tickets. It's possible you never see me again. Never see me again. No, damn a 2 week, nothing. Josh, good luck. Get busy. I would have left you probably 2 or 3 racks just because you was kind. You know.
So you're going to go guy
That
incognito then.
Man, what? Incognito, disappearo is what we were looking at. Now we're looking at the front door. Look at whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at whoa, whoa, whoa. Look up main source, young asses. Talking about rapping. I don't know a damn nothing about nothing. What? I'm supposed to sit on here? We're going to talk about what? For 2 hours? You watched it? And it wasn't even like I had any problem on the winner of, I didn't have an issue with any of that. I already had that. We had all of that. Winner of the game, everything. At no point. I don't even want to speculate on what it would have did. I don't care. Get this. A few of them, right? Dig this, people. A few of them, I had Halliburton scoring 10. All you gotta do is get there. One of the tickets we just need him to hit 2 threes. Hey, my man came right through the door on it. I can't Eric B on you. Rock him. I came through the door. Said it before. Never let the mic magnetize me. Damn! Feel it! Oh, man. Damn! Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to go ahead and do this whatever, you know. What is it? What did we do? What is this? The bag, buck nuts of 20, buck and what? Sucker nuts of 20. Let's go. Anthony Butler, master. I can't, man. I can't. I'm out of here. I don't even.
Want to ring the bell? All right. Ding, ding.
Okay, and away we go with this as we begin. It's Monday. Ring the bell brought to you by our man Anthony Butler, the master barber and stylist. Ladies, all right. Weekend coverage, some other stuff went off. They're playing baseball too. That's happening. They're still doing that. It's summer. That's when that goes on. Tigers over the Rays, 9-3. Yep, that was on a parlay that we still didn't win. I don't even want to participate right now. I'm calling the 800 number. I'm doing all of it. Guardians shut out the A's 3-0. Reds over the Cards 4-1. Your final in all 3. Hens lose to St. Paul 3-2, the final in 10. And LSU completely makes Coastal Carolina look like they didn't belong there. 5-3, the final. Don't know what went on with the fluke dukery with the coaches and everything with the ejections. It smelled extra funky, but we bet LSU, so we didn't care. But we still don't care because none of it matters because, again, it is a doggone $3 to $5 Achilles tear. Let it be known. 2025 College World Series, though. LSU, your champs. Second time in 3 years, I believe. That means something.
I believe that is the case.
Purple and gold, this series. So they got the baseball locked. And I heard the young man say, hey, come on and join. Come on down here. He said, come on down. Get on down here, LSU. That's what they're talking about. World Series titles. Well, I'm talking about also, and then, you know what? So what? Kevin Durant, whatever. All of it, whatever. The Achilles tear. But no, let's rake it in. Let's reel it in. Thank you, Anthony Butler. That was Ring the Bell, brought to you by our man. We keeping it short around here, Butler, today. I don't feel like it. Butler, I'm not in the mood. I'm really not in the mood to really even be talking all like that. And it's not even about all this chitter chatter today. I don't feel like nope. I'm not even this all we talking about, and this is it. This is it. The season is gone. It's like a nightmare. I woke up. It's everybody died. It was dead, dying, being dead. It's dead. It's all dead. The season's dead. The money's dead. It's all dead. Oh man, Halliburton, we still respecting though. I can't even say you went out like a G. It's not even really a lot of ways we can really hold this brother up. I mean, especially for where my question started out. They would never, if you never hoop again, it's all good. Thank you. Thank you for looking like you look. Thank you for looking like you look and looking like me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And doing what I wish I would have did on a basketball court at that age. Thank you for doing that. I lived it. I went through it. And I still feel like I'm limping right now. Damn it. I'm running around here limping. I had a boot from years ago. I broke my ankle, Josh. I put it on and walked around the house. Serious. You think I'm joking? Look at you. You think it's a game. You always think it's somebody playing. Nobody playing, Josh. Probably think it's so many games, don't you?
Life is a game.
Do you want to fight, Josh? You want to scrap? Let's get in here, scrap.
All right, I'm game.
He want to get me. Y'all heard him. You see, he want to get me. Look at him. Let's get it.
Hey, I got the eye of the tiger, pal.
But this ain't the day, Josh. I don't think this would not be. Every other the 364 I would recommend it's your day. This one ain't it. This one not today. I mean, I would love to get it on the count. Because you got some fans that they will receive some of the fire that they supposed to get that we can't deliver to they punk asses. It's on you, too. You getting it all the smoke, Jack. Bring that. Turn around if you want to. All right. It's a Morbid Monday here. Yep. Has a totally different air, just like the air in Oklahoma last night. It really did. Listen, man, the game was janky. The only game I didn't like, even when people got blew out, I was cool with those games because of how they went and the way it was unfolding, et cetera, et cetera. Again, 103-91. Again, everybody saw it. You know, we coming in here late in the eve with it. All right. And again, it's not fun. Today, the show is not, it's not fun. I'm driving. I'm like, man, nah. I thought that from yesterday, I've been sick since then. Like, man, we got to come on here and do this. And say what? At this point, I mean, say what? Except that at the Thunder, this is the new way. It's not really stopping anytime soon. And it doesn't matter if they don't win next season. It doesn't matter. They're still going to be, as long as they're not getting rid of the wrong people, which at the end of the day, it's going to be hard for them to do as they, again, to begin to cycle in talent that could be, comparable. Quite possibly one day equal to and maybe even surpass the current talent, which is going to be a lofty feat to pull with this. And the thing is, you got your MVP in the one slot. You love what you have with your Scottie Pippen, impersonation, if you will. And you like where that can go because that can trend up. It can do a lot. There's a lot can happen with Williams, so much. Just speculating, but I should have gone. I didn't have it wouldn't have mattered today. I was going to go do this thing and pull up clips from the beginning before we even began to reiterate how we stressed how it was still going to be very evident when it was over, the value of Siakam and Holmgren when it was all said and done. Because I knew what my marquee guys would do and all that. That wasn't my conversation. My conversation, it was going to have to be, how much evidence goes toward who paid the most dividends with respect to these particular gentlemen. And I think it ended up being evident, and last night kind of being a microcosm because Siakam did not play bad. I don't mean to suggest that he did in any stretch. You know what I mean? He still got me my 20 that I needed from him. And I don't know if Siakam fell short on anything. I think he gave me all the stuff I was seeking from him. And again, like I said, people losing all these tickets just on Halliburton gone. Everything else, if I showed you this stuff, you all would get sick and pass out. But I wanted to I did all of that just to comment on Holmgren and the fact that like Holmgren hasn't even grown into an adult body. Like that's still going to happen over time. So I'm going to imagine that skills will likely be developing. There's an environment there that certainly it infuses, inspires, and sort of indoctrinates you into a space of a disciplinary self-accountability. That's what when they talk about what is the environment, what is the cultures of these situations or what have you, that's why that thing is a success as much as we're going to talk about the components in it and you're going to always be pointing to the individuals contained. But it breeds the evolution of our man Deuce. It makes a guy who has those ingredients. It creates, it nurtures, and almost watch it. It sort of forces this exact projection, and it's ironic that these would be the winners. And even if the Pacers had been the winners, it wouldn't have mattered because what it does, it goes against and contradicts everything that the people have been saying or that the society and the league and the advertisers and everybody has been saying is the core and the fabric of how you succeed. I think that might finally be out the window. At this point, I think with this turn of events, and this whole foundation, the whole arena of the finals this year. And then I saw some people that really they had a real litigious conversation about all of this in terms of they were there was a lot of fire and brimstone on the finals not being exciting. It wasn't, I guess it was not salacious enough television for these people who, as I observed it from a distance, I felt like I'm seeing a bunch of people who at best might be casual basketball observers and maybe aren't necessarily as concerned with the level of play and some of those things that some of us might have said we celebrate this season and what we got in our NBA finals. Some of you may feel like that. 877-909-1007. How do you feel about what you got out of the finals? For those of you who said, there were ratings down, we're bothered by poor play, we're not happy with effort, low management, super teams, all of this. Because we got a conversation too. I got to come back to your man King today too. We even talking about Durant and his movement, but all of this is like bucking against every notion that we had over the short term. I'm going to say ever since Golden State really had dominion over the space, right? Since then, the gap of time and all of LeBron's antics and whatever he's been able to not do in LA and all the rest of this falls in this window. And so these two teams came, and I feel like the NBA to some degree was saved with the finals. If I'm being completely honest, I feel like the NBA was really done a solid here, or at least served themselves well. If the refs were in on it, or however we got to where we got, I feel like it's good for the bottom line moving forward. Now we'll see what goes on individually with the teams, and I'm gonna get on some of that when we come back. But yeah, my bad. Look, people, we're gonna break and slide, but I had to come in. I didn't really like it. Let me regather. Let me see if I can regroup it. It'd be more of a professional today. I don't feel like that. I don't really feel like that. So there's no sense in getting on here with shucking and jiving, acting all like that. And it was bad. It was just bad. I hate to see the guy take the risk, make the sacrifice, and it'll be interesting to see how the world and how everybody treats, Tyrese Halliburton moving forward, especially when he comes back. How long is it going to take for him to get right? If at all, you got him, you know what I'm saying? I also, I think when I get Andy and these guys in here, we're going to talk about some of that. Halliburton, Tatum, Lillard. I'm trying to think who else. Hell, you're going to say Aaron Rodgers because he's old, but you know what I'm saying? But it's too many Achilles poppings going on. What's up there? You see what I'm saying? That's what is one thing that I certainly had in the back of my mind is like, what's really going on, with the prelude of the calf strain, right? Because we've seen the story several times and you heard it, and we kept dancing and dilly-dallying with the calf strain. I'm like, whoa, I know I severely underestimated that. You know what I mean? So forgive me for any sort of cavalier talk with respect to that. But Halliburton, I can't lie, brother. You had me fooled. I didn't think you were hurt. And so to his credit on every level, and not even giving us an idea that, you know what I'm saying, the injury was lingering. And that's how I guess you do that, man, if you're going to do it. But boy, what a price to pay. And right now, the worst part about this sort of sports tragedy is we won't know the sum total of the cost for at least 2 years. It's a fast $120. There's no gray in a gray day at the finals.
ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
From the Lakes Concrete Coatings Traffic Center, earlier incidents are now clear. If there's anything you're seeing that we're not, you can pass that along. No unusual slowdowns either. That is your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
Are you watching a big sporting event with friends, having a party, or are you just too tired to make dinner? Then you need to call Mama Mary's Pizza, home of the famous 28-inch colossal pizza, equal to 4 large pizzas. Mama Mary's Pizza is authentic New York-style thin crust pizza. The thinner the crust, the better the taste. Get great discounts when you order online at MamaMarysPizza.com. Just go to the menu page and click on the deal section. Located in Holland on Airport Highway across from the big Kroger, Mama Mary's Pizza.
Sample rate at selectquote.com.
Black and White Sports is now.
No allows. We got you on file. Yep, every day you like the crocodile. All these tears, all these years, you got on the track and let out your fears. Bouncing around, jumping on the track, trying to disguise your ass is whack. Then we out here, we got your back. Hell no, these is the facts. You lost, it's a cost. You out here fronting, you not a boss. Either way, we gon' toss. And then we get to my show.
Monday through Friday.
From 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Question as well, if you don't mind. A championship is a championship, but there were 70 people in the gym when you won your first one.
Yeah.
How much better?
Probably like 150, but
maybe 100, maybe even 200. But
maybe.
How much better does this one feel?
Yeah, now I got a real one. Now nobody can say anything.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
Got that right. Thank you, Alex Caruso. We can put that one to bed too, man. Hey, LeBron James, they've been killing you for about a month. Actually, they've been killing you publicly on everything you ever stood for since about the incident at the courtside. It's been about that. It's been a long streak of that. Now that I think about it, we're not here, but we might as well be. It's a Morbid Monday, so why not make it all the way magnanimous? Okay? Yep. Mad as hell. Get in here. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank God Andy's here because he has to say, because Josh, I have to change my tune. Welcome back, everybody. We are brought to you by the Bellamere Suites, especially because Josh said I didn't say it beforehand. We're going to find this out when we listen to the tape back, and he's going to lose a bet. He's trying to avoid losing the bet, but he's going to lose the bet, and that's the thing about it. I wouldn't have bet it if I didn't know it, especially now. I'm not interested in losing any more bets right about now either. I just so you guys know that because it was bad. You think that the Pacer fans were sick when Halliburton hit that floor, and when the slapping, once the slapping got the slapping too with the Lord, please, no, God, don't kill me like this right now. I'm not dying like this, and the world is seeing this, and the dream is dying, and it is over. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the reality and stark evidence of the power and impact of life itself. Oh, man, that was for everybody to soak up and understand. You think you're chilling. We always think we're chilling until suddenly we're not chilling. Just like you've been not chilling and very doldrumy and unchilliness, and suddenly, bam, you're chilling. See, that this can happen. These things can go on. And you saw it all in a flash. Everything and everybody's life flipped. And I find myself asking, what is it really about? But let me go ahead and continue. Let me welcome a man in here. Quit being rude because I want to stop. I don't want to talk anymore. You're going to come in and talk. His name is Andy Sanzata. He's the Sandman. He's in Cleveland, but he's one of us. And that's about as well as I can put it today. Sandman, hello. It's not really a friendly space. I don't love it. So don't get in here and try to pleasantry me because I'm not going to give it back. I don't want to smile and grin with you.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't feel like that.
That's okay. We all have days like that. It's okay.
Lost my ass, Andy. Let it be known.
I know.
You're the 800 number. It's time for the 800 number. Time for the yep. That's where we're at.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. Right then. Because you can't run it back. As soon as Halliburton come out and we do the tip, that's it. Now, if he had stayed out, if they had said something, you know what? Never mind. We're going to run it back and pull that back. Halliburton would not play tonight. Oh, it would have been a joy. Everything, it's a joy. It's a good chance, Andy. You're hosting now, and it's over. I know you probably going to, start some new endeavors. You had said you got some things getting ready to come down. We blessing that too. We love it, so we know that's getting ready. But at the end of the day, you would have had to take it over. Called you, said, Andy, it's your show. Get busy.
As far as those things go, maybe not as much momentum with that as we thought before yesterday. So we'll see what happens. But
that's all right. Don't tell you, it'll flip. Yeah, man. come on with don't join me right now.
I'm not. I mean, I'm just being realistic as far as where I'm at, with my situation. So I'm right there with you in some respect. But I heard that was it FanDuel or one of the sites was going to refund everybody that bet on Halliburton because of the injury.
It wasn't FanDuel. I assure you.
FanDuel. Okay.
They didn't refund. I'm gonna go check. Let me go hope for a prayer.
Okay.
I guarantee you, I didn't get a refund.
Fair play. I think Fair Play. That might have been the site.
Well, God bless those kind folks, because nobody else was on that. I guarantee, Jack. But see, the thing is, he had points too, so we can't get mad. The thing is, you can't get salty because listen, one free throw, and you're not hearing a word out of me. He could have left Jeff. I might have got on a couple of tickets with assists. You see what I'm saying? That's where he had me a couple more times. But man, it was the 10 points. That's where the throwing up is the time to go to sleep. That's when it's time to go to bed. It's over. Nothing can happen. You could have walked in with the Halliburton, the 3 girls from the thing, and rolled in my hookup, and they would have got the door slammed on their ass. Get out of here.
Here's the thing I'll say about the injury. I was heartbroken for him, for the team. But if there was that risk, I know the NBA championship's on the line and you may never get another one. But if there was that much of a risk with this injury to where, as we know now, he tore his Achilles, you got to look at him and say, you're a young man. You've got a lot of years ahead of you. You're good enough to get your team back to another NBA Finals. Let's shut it down. Let's not put ourselves in that position. But you're not going to be able to talk him out of it, obviously, because he was on the floor. And the sad thing was, he looked initially like he wasn't hurt at all. The way he looked like that
in the last game, because that's what I'm saying. Because now that we're hindsighted, this is what I get frustrated with these people. Because then when they came on the air talking this noise about, they should have sat. Yeah, maybe. I think now here. How about this scenario? Because I was talking. Shout out to Hollywood Chris before he left the studio, and he was saying and I agree. We should have shut him down maybe after the game 6 just to say Halliburton good looking. Now we're gonna go in here in game 7 and go for it all. You did it. You got us here. Now don't ruin your career or put it in jeopardy, right? The team, and I understand this is a fantasy and it's not, but it could have been that where everybody benefits, the young man is preserved or what have you. He's giving you everything. So nobody would have even, if they win it, nobody is still going to celebrate. Halliburton's still a hero. He's still the hero, probably even more so. You know what I'm saying? Let McConnell run it right from jump and we just get at it that way. Obi topping them boys, because I understood what he's saying when he says, look, man, I was shocked. I thought that was real. I respect him for saying that, even if you want to criticize a guy and say, well, you're supposed to, be able to focus and regroup. I don't know, man. Nobody else regrouped. The people that was even at the game didn't regroup. I'm talking about the Thunder people. Yeah, they were happy, but I bet you you ask to a man if it still had the same sparkle. Yes, they're going to take the championship. Yes, everybody did the confetti. And yes, we never want to trade that in. But I bet you they will always remember that it just has it's got a cloud on it.
So
remember this
what this reminds me of? This reminds me of my wedding day. You know why?
No. What?
Yeah, no, I'm being serious. Here's why. We were so happy that we were uniting together as one and everything. But we couldn't celebrate it because at the reception, somebody had a seizure and it ruined the whole night. And they had to call the ambulance and take him away in the ambulance. And then everybody, you didn't even know there was a wedding going on after that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It killed the spirit. Oh, I'm sorry that happened, bro. I didn't even know.
So every time my anniversary comes around, that's what I have to think about. Not the fact that we were in the church, not the fact that and it can't be helped.
Yeah. Nobody did it.
But I can relate to how the Thunder felt, because you want to be celebrating, you want to be excited, but there's this black cloud that happened that day, right? And with him, it was the injury. With us, it was that situation. But I'm just saying, like you could see it on their faces, even when they won. they didn't know how to react because you could still see they were all thinking about Tyrese Halliburton. And you know, to their credit, that's the kind of young men they are, and I respect them for that, you know. But
well, you know what happens too, Andy, and not to, I just want to piggyback the situation. What happens is, because see, all of us as athletes, then we see all them guys out there, it stopped being about a team. You know, now we've seen more severe injuries. Let's say sometimes in football, when they cart the guy, and we've seen or even our man that Hamlin or whatever, that put a damper on that whole night. The rest of that game, you can't really, because we all everybody becomes in this sort of vacuum equal, and the reality hits you, and everything else you become, you know, your mortality hits you, and we're all susceptible to everything in this moment. Every single one of us out here, and then it's like, damn, and then why this guy? And you realize that's still a real experience. Like Halliburton is mourning, man, his father, the family, like these people were on a high. We all went on it with him.
Yep.
Dude, see what I'm saying? This is heavy in America, because we all get, you know, we all come together. That's the one thing about it, and why we can have a show like this, why it's a platform, why the people give a damn, and all the rest of it, because we all can be black and white and everything else when it's the sport. When it's the competitive thing and it's all of it. That's why we still upset that this betting is taking it over. And I understand that, but I'm saying we all are unified in the spirit of that. And everybody on the planet damn near was locked in last night. We all saw it. And all saw that. Everybody saw that.
And you just look at it, and it wasn't like a hard cut or anything like that. It was just a normal move where he was trying to go from his right to his left. And you know, I texted you guys right away. He blew his Achilles. You could see it pop.
Well, actually, it wasn't the lateral. It's his ability to explode. And this shows you what really training, because what it really emphasized and crystallized for me was how deep it is with this training and things. And like with that was just a full extension and a complete, I'm looking for the word right now. It was a complete, I want to say pressure, but there's a word I'm looking for. I'm usually better than
culmination.
This. No, there's a way that it put, not even pressure is not the right word, but it's the exact, it's like a hairpin sort of maximum impact, if you will. There it is, impact of everything, the physics, the muscles, the gravity, you know what I'm saying, the momentum, all of that. When it strikes, this is why people train. Like when we training, and why these people are superior and what it is, because you make that move a million times, but right there is because he's been so worn. Like they've been doing the damage, and the impacts is so much.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? That's
let me ask you this.
And right on the extension, you seen the pop, you seen the leg, you seen it jolt through the top of the leg.
Let me ask you this. There was a former player, and I can't remember who it was, but he said that these guys are tearing their Achilles because they're not wearing high tops anymore.
Well, I'll say this.
Because I think there could be some validity to that, because it was protecting the ankle.
No, they not. Clearly, people are not taping up right. What I don't understand, because you can wear low tops. My senior year, I wore low tops because nobody was wearing them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I said, oh hell, plus I look sweet. So I'm gonna tape my ankles. But I started once my ankles were taped, I felt more secure. I'm jumping around, you springing. Because the worst thing in the world, and this is the scariest thing, anybody who's a high flyer, you even got to be a high flyer. You just leave the floor, and why people are afraid to jump when there's traffic underneath you, because people's feet, and you come down, it's all bad. When you roll that ankle, when you come up out of the air and you roll it and your ankle touches the floor and your foot is sideways, see, I done had that a lot of times. So once I start taping ankles, that changed the game for me. So what I don't get, because I look at my nephew and these boys, I'm like, how the hell are you out here? He scares the hell out of me. I'm like, you not taping your ankles? Because I'm going to make him wear the ankle braces you tie up, the kind that's got the sides on them, the rigid side, because that's what I come from there. I will give him credit for that. I got that from Jim, because Jim used to wear the ankle braces, so I got that from him. And nobody else wear them but him. He never had ankle problems, and it's ironic. He tore his ankle up. It messed his career up. That's weird. Sorry, sidebar. Go ahead.
You remember Andy Murray used to wear ankle braces ankle weights on his ankles when he played tennis.
Yeah, I do remember that. But that's still not to give the resistance necessary to keep you. You got to keep it rigid and you got to keep the ankle straight. You got to be able to keep it and give it a chance. So it should be taped and reinforced with braces. High tops, I don't know, because there's something about that and how they're made. But hold on, we'll come back, man. Let me come back, have a quick break. Let's get out of here and have a last one, and then we'll finish the hour. Andy is starting to pick up. Thank you for coming in because it wasn't cool. I didn't really want to talk about nothing, but you got me on something right now. We're talking about this and the ankle and where these kids are, man, because a lot of guys, I don't think they taping ankles, and that's insane. There's no way I'm getting on no court in any way, shape, or form without an ankle brace on, and I learned how to tape my own ankles.
ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
From the Lakes Concrete Coatings Traffic Center, earlier incidents are now clear. If there's anything you're seeing that we're not, you can pass that along. No unusual slowdowns either. That is your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Ottawa Lake, Michigan.
Planning either a party or a summer bash? Our amazing party rentals has bounce houses, slides, games, tables, chairs, and more. Visit this station's site right now to get 2 $100 gift certificates for our amazing party rentals for the price of one. And let's make your party amazing.
Well. I want to know. My team want to know. The crowd want to know. Who was the last person to cheat and why?
Wait, well, here's the thing.
You know, right?
We like to swing, so we ain't tripping.
No.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Get your oil in the air. Wave your oil bottles in the air. Wave. Diddy, we see you. You're not getting out. Hey, they out here at the wars on you, Diddy. You put them all in play. You oil them up. And they got slick on you and went to the wars without you. We welcome you back. No, seriously though, it's a morbid Monday. No, it really is. It's morbid as hell around here. Thank you all for being with us. It's Black and White Sports, 100.7. That would be FM here in the Glass City. The Ticket, to be more specific. All right. Thank you guys for being with us. We do it every day, Monday through Friday. Usually, it'll start off a little bit more energetic than this, but it was not fun. The game 7, man, the energy behind it, it's almost like we were getting ready to have an explosive affair, and we were dashed our hopes and everything to the rocks. We've talked about that for a minute. We'll come back to that here shortly, but let me shift to this before we end this hour number 1, final couple of minutes here in our first hour. Andy Sanzala is here alongside. I am Andre of the Savages. Josh Burnham is here. Andy, your boys, College World Series. Let me jump to that too. Another title has been in the spotlight, if you will, more of a minor spotlight, if you will, probably more for an acquired taste, but 5-3-year final, a 2-0 situation there. LSU makes Coastal Carolina, though, essentially looked like they didn't belong there, but I don't know. It unravels the ejection of the coaches and things. Weird. A lot went on there. I didn't know what to make of that, but I damn sure didn't fall for that Coastal thing. And I think I texted you, but I didn't hear from you, so I had to go LSU. I had to make no time to play. So, there we were there. But, yeah, man, 2nd in 3 years. How about that? LSU, the Tigers say, come on down here. They told the recruiters, my young man on the mic at the end, that was the real recruiter. He said, get on down
I saw
here.
that. Yeah,
we gearing up. We just grabbing up.
Listen, congratulations to the Tigers. They were very impressive in those 2 games. I think Coastal just ran out of steam. Remember, Sav, they had won 26 in a row going into that series.
Right.
At some point that's going to come to an end. And if you look at the rankings, LSU was ranked higher than Coastal Carolina all season. So on paper, it's not a surprise that LSU won. The thing that surprised me was the outstanding pitching that LSU got. I really thought they were going to have to just outscore Coastal Carolina, but that wasn't the case at all. They got tremendous pitching, especially from Cade Anderson. In game 1, I think he went 8 of the 9 innings in that game, and then yesterday, they were able to seal it up. So 2nd in 3 years and 8th overall. That this is a powerhouse program, and now that they've got a coach who got a guy like Paul Skeens to be the number 1 draft pick in Major League Baseball. It's a hot destination for guys that want to play college baseball for sure. But 2 natties in 3 years, that should seal a lot of recruits, I would think, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. In today's climate, and that'd be interesting. I wonder what it's like, in terms of baseball and what the NIL situation is there and the effect that's having. Obviously,
you don't hear about it.
Football.
You don't hear about it the way we heard about, Canada with Texas Tech and the softball tournament.
Right.
But I think that's because that was softball's way of saying, hey, we're the cream of the crop when it comes to women's collegiate sports. Because you don't hear about college basketball deals as popular as women's college basketball. You really don't hear about NIL deals there. So I think that was their way of saying, hey, look at us. We've got a $1 million star and now a multi-million-dollar star because she signed another one. So I think that's what that was about. But, yeah, I don't expect there to be that much NIL money in college baseball because these guys get drafted, even in, round 72 or whatever, however deep the baseball draft goes. So there's not that need like there is in other sports. Plus, there's the popularity is not there for an NIL contract. The only time people watch college baseball, unless you're in Arkansas,
is this time, right?
State is this time of the year. So, that's why I would say that we don't hear much about that.
Well, let's wrap it up, people. We won't hear much more about this doggone losing that went on, but we do have to come back and rap about it. And did the Rockets lose here? Or does it really turn the tide, and do we now have another conversation because of a moving popular figure in the sport? Okay, yeah, Kevin Durant and the takeover over the weekend, that part. Now what, as we gear up to look forward to Halloween, right? I wish it's a fast $120. I wish it would go quicker. I'm sorry. I like hanging with you guys, but today it's just not that day. And then CC too. And CC went out to Vegas, and then that went on too. And Aisha Wilson is back in their game, came back on time, right at the wrong moment. We'll come and do it. Hour number 2, all right? Right after this NFL update, about 5:05, man, we get into some Mama Mary's, man. I got to get some cheese.
For an array of classic and creative pizzas, visit Pizza Cat. Now with 2 locations in Toledo, one on Monroe Street and one on McCord. You can build your pizza as weird as you want it. To place an order and earn perks towards future orders, go to pizzacat.com. Pizza Cat, keep pizza weird.
No cats have ever been harmed in the making of this pizza.
Since the early 80s, residential and commercial customers have called the Genite Company when they needed to have any blacktop or seal coating work done. But now, Genite is going to use their paving and construction expertise to offer customers concrete. So now when you think of the Genite Company, don't just think of blacktop and seal coating. They're now adding concrete to their mix for customers all around Northwest Ohio. Call Genite to schedule any estimate for any concrete work you need. 419-531-1791. Genite.com.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2
I'm Chris Sylvester
Sylvan.
with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Jaguars have signed number 2 overall pick Travis Hunter to his rookie contract. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reports it's a 4-year, $46.6 million deal, including a signing bonus worth over $30.5 million. Hunter becomes the 30th overall pick to sign from this year's draft. Only the Bengals' Shamar Stewart and Broncos' Jahdae Barron remain unsigned. Meanwhile, Ravens cornerback Marlon Humphrey wants Baltimore's defense to reclaim its identity in 2025. Humphrey saying when he arrived in 2017, quote, "It was all about the defense," adding, quote, "I feel like I've let that standard slip, and that's something I want to get back." And former Raiders first-round pick Damon Arnett is getting another NFL shot, signing with the Texans. The 2020 19th overall pick was released by Las Vegas in 2021 after multiple off-the-field incidents. Now 28, Arnett returns following a strong season with the UFL's Houston Rednecks. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp data bank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380. Again, 1-800-217-4380.
Got a new ride or want to keep your used car looking new? At Precision Auto Detailing, we bring back that showroom shine. Visit the station site today for your sweet deal. Spend $50, get $100. Located in Bedford and West Toledo, it's Precision Auto Detailing.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes.
In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Call the number on your screen.
Call 1-800-847-1652. 1-800-847-1652. 1-800-847-1652.
If you look...
scale. A customer came up to me and he seemed upset. He said, Andy, your prices are so high. I can't believe it. How can you make money? I said, you know what? I don't worry about making money. I just love recycling metal. If you are a professional recycler, I want you to try Kripke Enterprises at least one time. You are going to have the greatest recycling experience of your life. And our customers will tell you the best prices for the biggest payday. Save the earth at Kripke Enterprises on the corner of Central and Centennial.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
The only way you can get a cure from a disease is from the disease itself. I come from the streets. The only thing that's going to save the streets is something that come from it. I used to be a monster. I didn't know what a man was, because when they are now, pain, lack is what breed killers. Lack of resources. Boy, we don't know that back going to get no job and the refrigerator empty. And we 14 years old and can't go get no job to pay that bill, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to know how to help us, man? You know, somebody help heal this pain, man. That this pain sits so deep and it'll create a monster, man. And y'all hear us out here saying we on demon time and them little boys be dead serious until the devil show up. In physical stature, but I'm 7'4" in spirit. You know what I'm talking about? What's gonna change this environment, man, is us changing our mind. Because we manifest what's in our mind because we've been given behavioral scripts. When I look at y'all, I see me. When y'all look at me, y'all see y'all because we're a mirror reflection of each other. And what we have in common is the struggle. And struggle is every part of life, man. You see what I'm saying? Y'all looking at a man that died inside. Y'all want to see the living dead. You looking at it. The only reason I'm here is because God saved me. And I'm telling y'all this from the perspective of a real hitter. That's what we're going to stop at right there, man.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
It's hour number 2, and away we go. However you may be listening, whatever you may be into, we thank you for making us a part of your situation. We call it a Morbid, as I cough on into it. A Morbid Monday. Whoa. 877-909-1007. That's how you get in on it. 1007theticket.com to my online contingent. Also, you know we do it live on the stream. 6 ways on you. Yes. At Savvy Television, at Black White Sports, at Andre Savage, at Andre of the Savages. All right. 100.7. There's a fan page there as well. So you can catch us there. Live on Facebook. Savvy Television on Facebook. You know, catch us. Plug in. We don't mind. We appreciate it. Usually we have a much better attitude than what we had to go through last night. So, you know, we saw that. So it's a relative memoriam around here today for many reasons if you didn't catch it right off the top. We're going to do it, freshen it up as we get into this hour number 2. It's a traffic jam style. You know it. Mama Mary's mozzarella minutes. Josh, I need someone.
You get the cheese.
I'm going to need to do something, Josh. I'm out of it. I lost every bit. It's gone. It's gone, Josh. I'm a man without a country.
So you're stateless then?
Yeah.
Living in an airport in Paris in the lobby.
I was out of here. Oh, my man, Sad Man is here. Andy's here. Andy, I was out. I was leaving. Andy, we would have been looking at the kind of money. Listen, I'm the first thing today, I'm on the horn with the IRS, first and foremost, because I want to get it out. Let me talk about, what is it? Listen, go ahead, estimate it, round up for this number, and let me send that. Can I go ahead and FedEx that? Let me off the hook, because I'm gone. After this, it's off the grid. That's it. I don't want it, no more of it, none of it. Nope. No.
At least you'll save a lot more money.
Yeah, just sandals and a tweed gown on the beach. Remember Fletch? Remember how Fletch was coming down when he was skating, and I'd just be roller skating with the Bob Alderman wig on. Oh, yeah, it was bad, people. It was bad. When that Achilles went off, it was bad. Andy, what's up though, man? What we gonna do here? Let me open up hour 2 with this. Sidebar, because we don't necessarily have to have a conversation about it, but I didn't mention it. It was one of the noteworthy stories over the weekend. Your boy Travis Hunter, big dough. I like to get the 30 and a half million on the signing bonus. Write my name, so I like that as a young lad, rookie there. And before I start getting my check and my salary, which is Andy over the next 4 years. 46.6. Travis Hunter. Congratulations to that.
I mean, that's what a second overall pick gets from a contract standpoint. Not surprising. Obviously, Jacksonville wanted to not leave any doubts or have a Shamar Stewart situation present itself. So,
right.
They did what they had to do. They have their franchise piece now.
Your level of impact. You're just guessing your hunch level of impact for this young man.
Honestly, it depends on if they allow him to play both sides. Because I think that he can be more impactful as a cornerback than he can as a receiver. That's, so I would say, does it make them an instant playoff team? I don't think so. They have too many other, holes that they have to plug. But if he plays receiver, he becomes Lawrence's number one target. But if he plays cornerback, he gives that defense a whole new dimension. And to me, I'd start him at corner. But he said before, don't draft me unless I'm playing both ways. So,
yeah.
But I think he'll have the opportunity to do that. But I don't think he'll get as many plays as he wants the way he did in college. He played every snap in college. That is not happening in the NFL. I don't care what kind of condition you are in. It's a different monster. It's not going to happen. So I think he gets the bulk of his snaps at cornerback, and then I think he gets in on a few special packages at receiver.
No, but there it is. But he certainly got the special package of that paper. He has that now. And so I hate that, though, because as far as we know, we don't want to be in this business, but what we hear is there's no prenup here. I'm scared as hell for this young man.
Yeah.
Oh, God bless that, because that's where that's what I heard. I'm like, wow, we just going with the girlfriend, with the chick that was.
Okay. He got married before he signed the contract. So.
Yeah, and again, listen, hats off to the young lady. If she paid the dues, because again, if she's loyal to it and true to it, then by all means, that's what you got to do. And if it's that, then it's a blessing if he can have this locked in at this juncture, because after this, there's no turning back from here. So, but there you go. Travis Hunter got his money. Let me see. Hold on real quick to the comments, because fellas went crazy, man. Y'all going off on the comments today. We saw all the fellas checking in. Hightower Rick is here. He said we now have to have to keep replaying it. Well, Rick, it's the drama. You know what I'm saying? It was the drama there. They're going to run the replay constantly. It was crazy though, because you kept seeing the pop. We didn't need to keep seeing that, because
we don't need to keep seeing. It's like when what's his name broke his leg at Louisville. Remember him?
Teddy Bridgewater.
No, the basketball player that
yeah.
See it break.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Number 5. I know his number was 5. I can't remember his name though.
No, I remember that leg popping up. Yeah, that was real.
They kept showing that. They didn't need to do all that.
Let me see what Ski says. Ski said, are we rethinking they should have sat him game 5? Yeah, see, but fellas, Ski, everybody, we said that too. Man, we could do that, and everybody does that. You know what I'm saying?
It's easy to do it now because
he wanted to play. He was going to play. Everybody wanted him to play, and even though everybody's going to say it now, they're going to act like, oh, if he had said, I'm going to sit down and chill, then they would have been on him. Somebody would have had some commentary about something. Oh, no, you got to go. If you can walk, you got to go. So let's go ahead. And now here's what we have. And unfortunately, now nobody's probably ever going to go again. Even if they don't have, they're not even going to consider it now. Let me see what else they say. At least I could cash out my futures bet for the championship. Okay, yeah, there you go. Hightower, that was Hightower who said that. Ski said, talk about your no, Ski. He said, talk about your man JJ finally giving the 419 credit. For what? He didn't give him credit. All he said was, now because he's irrelevant in the grand space of famous people, like at large, like, you know what I'm saying? He'll always be like somebody, like you can walk around Toledo with your head up, right? Unless I got something to do with it. But for now and the foreseeable future, he's going to be able to do that. Ski. He didn't give any credit. He said now he's putting up posts. I'm just a small kid. That's the same crap LeBron does. I'm just a kid from Toledo. Except you never been a kid from Toledo when you was mattering and people cared about you and you were relevant. Now that nobody gives two issues about nothing that you do, period. Now it's, I'm just a kid while you sitting on the Riviera in France smoking cigars on the water. So you posing and fronting because you do that in private. When you really chilling, you chill. I don't need the cameras on me. I don't need everybody to see me. See, and this is what we talked about. This is the exact black person we don't need. This Negro wants you to feel lame and small in Toledo because I'm a big dog. I'm JJ, and I won 1 state championship, so y'all on my Bassett nuts. Get off his nuts. It's clown central. Now take that crap to Columbus and go celebrate. In Columbus, he's a big dog. In Columbus, that's something to say. You go talk about him and Dennis Hopkins. Go put that in Columbus. But all that, I'm trying to figure out exactly why is Toledo dancing and prancing around. Kiss my ass with that. Sorry, Ski. Come again, John. Come again with something else. Corey Smith say, let's do what Corey Smith say. Corey Smith, this looks intricate. This looks intricate, Andy. Corey Smith said Pacers should have benched Halliburton. He says it too in game 5. He was hurt, affecting the game. He says, I believe C.J. McConnell would have won game 5 for them. I mean, again, and these are, it's tough speculation, and I'm not mad at SC for saying this. And he says they would have won the chip in Indiana in game 6. But I mean, again, we can do all of that and run around with it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It's just unfortunate that Halliburton would suffer the most, the most horrific outcome possible. Because sometimes we don't see it in life often, but when we do, it certainly becomes memorable. Everybody was affected. We're never going to forget that. And you guys, we were talking about it, and we're never going to forget it. The incident. Andy gave a perfect example. I did not know this. Now I feel horrible for Andy, Halliburton, everybody. I didn't know not know Andy's wedding reception was blown. It's like losing a relative at the holiday. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God forbid somebody dies on the Christmas or they do some. Oh, it's over. That's done.
But every time, in fairness to Oklahoma City, every time people talk about game 7, they're not going to talk about the Thunder winning. They're going to talk about Halliburton hurting himself. That's the disheartening thing for me, for Oklahoma City and their fans, is they're not going to get the credit they deserve. Because if you watch the game all the way through, you could see that in the second half, they were able to regroup. They were able to put that behind, and they were able to go out and focus on winning a championship because they put lockdown defense and forced 22 turnovers on 29 points. That was the difference in the game.
Well, I mean, as it were, and as it turns out, see, I might come back and say, I would have just told you because I'm sitting here with a receipt that shows because it's a two-way, it's called a two-way bet. And what you do is you bet the first half and the winner first half and the second half as a combo. It must be that in order to hit it. So my play was Indiana first half, OKC second half. So what I'm saying is that was happening, even if Halliburton was there. Honestly, people, I'm gonna be honest. We can't say and everybody can dance with it. I think they're losing anyway. I'm sorry. That's what it was going. I just think it was going to be close. I think Indiana was going to take us to the buzzer, down to the wire, and the shot doesn't fall this time or something. They lose it, and the Thunder get out of there, right? But everybody comes out with their face, it's saved, and we're all in grand stature. Halliburton and everybody else, even in the loser circle, you're honored, you're valiant. We saw what you did on the run. The Pacers are highly respected. We're saying they're dangerous when they come back. The Thunder are getting their credit. The young dogs, they stood in there. They stayed focused. They rebounded. They went in at halftime. They answered the call. We did everything. It's just that we can't have it because all we're saying, this man was laid out, and that's all you can recall. That's just it, no matter what you try to do. Even the Thunder, when SGA, at least he was, I appreciate his honesty and being transparent and saying, man, I was messed up too. I just wanted to check on him, man. I didn't even fit. Because even as a competitor, it's almost like it was his way of saying, I didn't want it this way.
Yeah, exactly.
I want him at his best. If I beat him and take him out, he's the man. I'm the man. We've been coming on the course to settle it. We're in the middle of the square. Let's toe to toe. And then we got a bad foot. And it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So it was deflating. The world got deflated in the NBA conclusion.
Well,
like we got to wait all the way around till next year to get an NBA conclusion. And everybody's on deck now. Everybody's responsible because now NBA, y'all got to come back now and give us something else because we're not going to have the Pacers that we thought. We're not getting the Celtics back that we thought. We're not getting back perhaps the Bucks. I don't know what that situation will be, if Giannis will even be in it. There's going to be so much rearranging. Kevin Durant is now touched down. Now Houston is in the conversation now. So we got all this going on. And meanwhile, you got doggone Richard Cranium, okay, or Dorkhead is still here talking about coming back. You're getting cut, buddy. They're going to trade Walter. Listen, they're going to get your ass out of there. They're not, watch. I don't need an announcement because that man has come to do business. And guess what? You're my only valuable chip. Get your ass out of here because we can't use you. I've been looking at you kill the team. Jeannie was stuck with this because Magic made her sign off on this. Jeannie can't stop me. You're out of here. Starting with your, is this son really gone?
I was going to say, is that real?
Is that real? Somebody, let's check. Has Bronny been cut? Because that'll be your first indicator. Let's stop this hocus pocus immediately and get this bum off my team.
I saw that this morning.
Give me somebody, that has the ability to play in the NBA. Give me somebody. Man,
I didn't know if that was valid or not.
Man, everybody can play in the NBA if LeBron's son can play. Not the other one. His other son is a bad boy. LeBron's other son is a bad boy. But that first one is baby boy. He's his mother's son. Let it be known. Stop. I'm so glad all this is dead and over with. He's out of there. He's gone. Watch. I'll make the bet. I want to see if LeBron suit up in a Laker. I want to see how far this is going to get. I feel like that's going to rock your summer. Wouldn't that rock your summer? If they come and say LeBron James has been moved. Or what if they just wait? What if they did the ultimate insult? I don't know if they don't like him because I don't know the man and if he has the axe to grind. But if you really wanted to clown his ass, cut him. Let them bid on you. We don't want nothing for you. Just get away from us.
But if they cut him, don't they owe him the $52 million?
You know what, though? That's nothing but $50 to this man, to these people. It's almost worth it. Because what you got to do.
Well, it's $104 million because it's $52 a year.
Yeah, we got to start this over, though. We got to start this over. Please get this man out of here. Please. Let us get out of here for a second, man. Let us break, man. It's a Morbid Monday, people. You can detect it in the tone. Let me apologize to you up front. Glass City, Southeast Michigan, Exit 11. You didn't get a great bag from KOB. Nah. It's really your brain talking right now. This is me. It's really this bad. Matter of fact, and then I write no check. Just go up there and say that Sav sent you and we need to do something. Maybe that'll do it. And maybe I'll do it that way. Maybe I'll send about 50 people talking about black and white and see can we get a deal like that. Let's think about that. We'll be back. I'm going to think about that. Are you watching a big sporting event with friends, having a party, or are you just too tired to make dinner? Then you need to call Mama Mary's Pizza, home of the famous 28-inch colossal pizza, equal to 4 large pizzas. Mama Mary's Pizza is authentic New York-style thin crust pizza. The thinner the crust, the better the taste. Get great discounts when you order online at MamaMarysPizza.com. Just go to the menu page and click on the deal section. Located in Holland on Airport Highway across from the big Kroger, Mama Mary's Pizza.
Or is all Spanish cedar, not drywall with heat and AC blowing in. What are you doing, drying boots in there? His Store and More has an amazing selection from premium cigars to top-of-the-line and flavor-infused cigars, and the prices are amazing. Just know this, you'll find that perfect cigar that goes with your favorite drink. His Store and More, open 7 days a week with hours designed for the working man. Located on Lewis Avenue in the same plaza as Smokehouse 734 in Temperance.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
I was at an event and they were wearing Nike Dunks with their suits. What do you think of that?
It's ridiculous. The worst thing that has ever happened to menswear is sneakers with suits. It is such an oxymoron. And we see it on TV all the time. We see these. It's ridiculous. It doesn't, with all the beautiful shoes that are available, I don't like it at all. I have to say, I've never promoted it, and I think it's a horrible look. It looks like you left the gym and you forgot your shoes. It's a horrible look. I agree.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Let the good times roll. Let them knock you around.
As we get set to cross the bottom of the hour, 100.7 FM, that's ESPN The Ticket. Here in the Glass City, all right, Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan. We appreciate you, man. I apologize to you guys. Listen, I wasn't here. Josh is trying to get the good times rolling. We're in the studio, South Glass City, Cumulus Campus. You guys know the drill, right? Brought to you by our good friends at the Bellamere Suites. I'm so disappointing to them today. I apologize to everybody involved. Perrysburg, Ohio. Cumming, Georgia. I'm sorry, it was rough, people. I'm sorry, the Achilles. I'm sorry, we are stuck on the Achilles as we get in here and we wrap up this half hour of the Mama Mary's Mozzarella Minutes in our traffic jam portion of all festivities here today on this Morbid Monday. Josh Burnham is here too. Andy Sanzada. Sandman's here. From the 216. All right, Andy, let me do this because there was this turn of tide. I was sort of teasery on it before the break because some of the different happenings where I alluded to the fact that, next year NBA will be all bottomed up and all kind of crazy stuff. Then I tried to put this, I wanted to put this in the air spiritual. I just wanted to let it get into the universe. Let's cut LeBron. Figure out a way to get rid of LeBron no matter what. If somebody could just maybe perhaps have LeBron be out of basketball, that would be like the most supreme joy. If somehow that could happen, but that's wishing upon a star. So let me roll it back a little bit. If I could just get him off the Lakers, now, as we're winning. But Phoenix was able to get KD out of there and on to the Rocket roster. Rockets, I didn't agree with John Ski. I'm thinking about the quarterback right here because I saw a post that he made, and him and another gentleman, I think they might have posted on our wall, Andy, people not agreeing with this. Rockets paid too much. I mean, I guess if you want to speculate on what might happen with all those young picks and maybe they'll build something in Phoenix that'll be, exemplary in the future, much like OKC has done. But in the immediate future, you're out of your damn mind if you think this is not super duper califragilisticexpialidocious for the Rockets.
I mean, Houston was a playoff
But then again,
team.
I got Ski. That's why we have Ski Talk Football. We got to have him stop with this basketball stuff.
Houston was a playoff team. They were the number 2 seed in the West without Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant might be the missing piece for this team to win a championship.
I like it. And I don't even go, Andy, I don't jump on this boat with everybody because as soon as somebody gets moved, now they're in the championship. Oh, this getting ready to do it.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying this is what people do.
Okay.
This is what they do. I don't subscribe and I don't like it. And I don't like getting tired. I don't like doing this job because of that being people's ideal. And this is the mindset. And then you get in the conversation. KD ain't going to affect nothing. Not necessarily. They still got to have the heart. Out of what you asking me again to put my thing on Sangoon? Look, Kevin Durant's game is cool, everybody, but you still are making too much of it. I'm not about to get on here and dance around and act like, ooh, KD's coming. So now let's talk. Man, Houston will finish exactly where they just finished. They're not winning. Can we end that? They're not winning. Kevin Durant's not really a winner. That's what you don't get. Not really. Again, the Golden State, yes, when you submit to the fact that you're not singularly the type of guy who can carry and lead others, but he knows that. The only problem is you all keep trying to make him a man that is of that type of caliber fabric, and he's not.
Okay, so if he's not a winner, how does he have 2 Finals MVPs?
No, I know where you're going, but I'm talking about in the spirit. This is what the problem. You want to do this? No, that happens with everybody else. Since you want to do that, again, I could put you on Golden State and they still would have won. That's what I'm trying to say. But we got to leave it because the results are what they are. But the reason why we don't have nothing to show in Brooklyn, you didn't have a damn thing to show for OKC. Your MVP trophy was nice. You're very talented. You can score the basketball. But again, are you a strategic, thought-provoked, energized competitor willing to die or lose? Which one? That's not you. We don't have a lot of them. I don't mean to pick on KD, but it's the reason why we're not getting ready to sit up here and talk about the Rockets like they getting ready to pop off and take off. And they might, again, and it's not that it's bad. I just said it's great that he's there. He's never bad to have on the team, but he's not an Olympic play, not in none of the play. Is this the guy I could, again, what we thought that we didn't have in Halliburton, what I was afraid of, he showed you when it's time to take responsibility for the outcome. That's what I'm saying. Kevin Durant's not that kind of man. Neither is LeBron James. But you all want him to be that. Like Steph Curry's that type of guy. You see what I'm saying? Jason Tatum was, I think, trying to become that type of guy this year. That's why it's unfortunate for him to get derailed. Joker is that man. He's never pointing at nothing. Aaron Gordon can be ass. Soupy Sales, what's your man, DP3, and all these type of cats that's been on teams and moved. Those guys can always suck, but these people will always come into the podium. SGA just did it. He never said nothing about Chet. He didn't care if Jay Will didn't do a damn and bust a great. This is right here, and that's Kevin Durant's never been that guy. Even with that, he's just, I'm just going to see, I'm just glad to go somewhere else where I got a chance to win. They might win. We're even picking locations. If you that bad, this is all I'm telling you, Andy. Basketball is a controllable game. This is all I'm telling you. You know why? Because it's been proven too many times. SGA, I bet on yesterday. I could bet on that. Because he's coming. I didn't have any qualms about the way he was going to play last night.
So if Kevin Durant, where would Kevin Durant have been traded to where you would have said, okay, this team could win a title right away? Cleveland?
The Knicks?
I don't know. You know why? Here's why. This is why I'm having trouble.
I'm just asking you, is there a team out there?
Let me tell you why I'm having trouble. I don't know. There might be all of them. Anybody would say all of them because all people are going to say is somebody that can score the basketball. But we never really talk about the conversation of basketball because it's really not about. I've been on all kind of teams and around all kind of people that can score a lot and they keep getting their ass beat. And so I'm not trying to dog Kevin Durant completely, but I watched the whole career. And this goes back to Texas and why it's no national crown that speaks of all this other stuff. That's like when he says, I just want to hoop. He really means that. He just wants to be on there. Now, he will help you win. He will make a play or two. You saw the Olympic stuff. He'll make shots. But if I want you to come out here and guide us from the time we tip the ball to the time the buzzer sounds in the fourth, and you're there for every moment of every possession. Now, watch this. That doesn't mean you don't have to touch the ball every possession, but you certainly are in command of what's getting ready to happen with our possessions. Because you are not only an extension of the team's energy, you are an embodiment of the coach. You are a representative of your fabric and your character as that person, that man or that woman. And I've seen it I've seen it in elementary school and I've seen it in the NBA. And on the world stage and the Olympic FIBA stage and everywhere else, it's certain players, man. And the problem is we starting to get it mixed up because of marketing and what we want to put with New Balance commercials and all this bull crap. That's all I'm saying. Kevin Durant is still one of those. He was a perfect complement to Golden State. He makes sure that there's no way you can beat him. But again, if we had taken Steph, here we go, Andy. It's Josh. If we take Steph Curry off of that, I don't think they won. I don't think they win. Same circumstance, no Achilles injuries. By the way, what did you guys say too? Josh gave me the ratings. So just as a quick sidebar, Andy, 16.35 million viewers on the NBA Game 7 last night, the most since 2019, which ironically enough was Game 6, and I think that was the night KD went out with his Achilles against Kawhi, which is wild. You know what I'm saying when you think about that. But nonetheless, I don't know. So for that reason, Andy, is why I was having trouble answering you.
Okay.
Because I was really thinking, I'm really racking my brain saying, okay, yeah, I want to put him on the Knicks, but then no, because now you're interfering with the flow of what Brunson brings.
Right.
Right? Because you always got to account for this offense. See, what I don't like and what the Rockets could find out, they messed up because Jalen Green was developing, man. I think he took too much of a price on his head for a poor series. As a young man, though, but he's young. Mm-hmm. And yes, he did crap out on the Rockets like that, but the Rockets said, nope, we want it right now, and we feel like, okay, now you're going to get that 30 points, but what's that going to do to Asar Thompson? What's that going to do to Sangoon? What's that really going to do to that was their guy. What if it's their guy? See, management, now you got a mutiny forming because what if KD doesn't come in and blend? Because KD, this is what I need to see. Okay, this will help me with what I'm saying here with Andy. Andy, damn what's on the court. I need to hear something about KD coming in and ingratiating himself to these young guys and taking them under a wing that says, listen, I've been through some things, fellas. I made some mistakes. I'm here to be this for y'all right now. And when these nights come, don't you never worry about us having to have the game on the line if y'all don't have it. Now, I'm going to always step back and let you young dogs, as y'all get better and everything, I'm going to fall back, but I'm going to always be there to assassin when we have to. But I'm going to take the weight, though. If it don't go cool, it's on me right now. Now, if he do this and take it, and then I'm going to change what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I've never seen that out of him. That's what I'm – see, notice I didn't say nothing about your jumper and the ability to score. See, I didn't say nothing about
He's one of the best scorers ever to play.
Yeah, and that's great. And a lot of – so George Gervin, his ass ain't won nothing. Barkley scored a bunch, too. Went crazy in Phoenix. Nothing. And it doesn't help. It happens now. You see kids play now. You did all that shooting, but your man is standing there watching you play. He has nothing to do when now you're looking for his help. They're trapping you. There's 3 people coming at you, and now you're going to pass the ball to somebody who's been watching your ass take all the ball and run around. And now we're not rebounding for you. See? No, we're not going to get you second shots because we know the shots that you take are quality and they're not there to hurt us. But you will take the shot and take responsibility for us to go to the next level because you do not turn around and ask Obi Toppin to do that. You, in a way, don't necessarily ask Siakam to do that. And that's why, like I said, no matter what he does forever, Halliburton, you held it down. Anybody light-skinned, any of that about who doesn't have heart, that's over. That's what he did. And I hate that for him, that we got to wait and see. Will he get his career back and will things come back around? Because now that man got to go through a lot of soul searching. He's young. I hate it for him, but I love it when I think about a young person and how he's going to, there's no way he's not going to mature as a man and be a better man. But I don't know how all that'll go. I hate when somebody has to go through that. I remember, man, waking up, man, with a broken ankle, man, and you ain't walking nowhere. You ain't doing nothing, man. And when you realize that you're powerless, there's ways that God can let you know you don't run anything and you have no power. You could have told Halliburton he was supercharged. He had all the power in the world. And now it's all of a sudden the lights cut off. And that's what I took. Like, I let it be known, like, hey, man, you better act right with what you got and get busy with what's in front of you, man. And quit looking on this one and that side and that. That's how I felt. I don't know what y'all did. But for me, it was another shake me by the collar. Like, hey, man, you got legs, arms, eyes, see. You can hear, run, speak. You can think, man, get busy. Quit crying. That's how and I'm not saying Halliburton was doing any of that. I'm saying, but I take these metaphors for my life. When I look at it and I try to feel what that man is feeling, because I'm seeing him on the floor. I'm on the floor with him. Now, Halliburton, I'm talking crazy. All my money went and I'm hurt as a gambler. But I'm like, man, in the human aspect. And then I think about his father, because I'm trying to imagine something happened to your child and you know that your child is heartbroken. Because, see, I got to go deal with my son now. I got to go figure out how to lift my son's, I got to get his character in line, and maybe Halliburton is tougher. This would have really show where your heart is at. See, this would have really show. And so,
he showed where his heart is at because he was gracious enough to wait for all his teammates to come off.
Oh, and that too. And that part, you would have never, LeBron would have been in the living room at home taking a nap.
Yep.
He would have been in the shower sipping wine, left the Lakers. He would have been gone. Oh, thank you, Andy. I almost forgot that. Yeah, that too, man. I'm waiting on the fellas, man. It's all good, man. That was painful for the Pacers. Usually you forget about the losers. And I'm telling you, man, this is one losing team we are never going to look at. The Buffalo Bills didn't even get this. What the Pacers will have for eternity, man. It's like they're the story. That is the craziest thing. It's the Pacers are the story. That's wild.
You had McConnell's mom confronting him and telling the cameras to get off of them, because he was so emotional.
Yeah, but even with that, though, I saw that, McConnell's mom, hey, mom, you out of order.
Yeah, I agree.
You're doing our job, mom. That's what you can't do. Your parent. Now you don't want your son. Lady, if you don't get your ass, who the hell let you back here? First of all, McConnell's mom. Because McConnell, I guarantee you McConnell had the type of player he is. Hey, mom, I didn't need that. I didn't need that right there. And I didn't diss you. I gave you your hug back because you're my mama and you back here. But, hey, you're not getting ready to cut this. Don't shoot. Lady, I'm getting closer to McConnell. If it's me, I'm on the shot. This is the story. This is the pain. This is life, ma'am. His heart is hurting. Yes, and you can't cover it, mama. The hell is wrong with parents, man? It's never been no injury you've been able to stop your kid from getting. I never forget, man, let me get on the break. I'll never forget my daughter had her teeth cracked, Andy playing and had that, man. It would die inside, man, but still nothing you can do. She done been in car accidents and call you after daddy tripping, bugging, and it's still the same heart drop, but what could you do? You would never step in front of the car in time because you want it. You understand? So I didn't like that out of McConnell's mother right there. I get it, ma'am, but you don't get to put the camera. Don't shoot the camera. What are you talking about, ma'am? If he was winning, you would have been get the camera on him. We got to stop, man. That was theater that you saw last night, and them guys was there to cover that, man, and they brought it, and it was painful for the Pacers. We all felt it. But no, McConnell's mother was wrong right there, Andy. You can't let that man do his job. They lucky it wasn't me.
This is Denny Schaefer for Knight Insurance. The expertise at Knight Insurance is important now more than ever. You see, the insurance landscape is changing out there in an unprecedented way, and it's hard to navigate it by yourself. Knight Insurance will give you the counsel you need to guide you through it all. Proud carriers of Auto Owners Insurance, their experience will guide you to the right choices for your insurance in these challenging times. Call Knight Insurance in downtown Toledo and ask about Auto Owners Insurance. 419-241-5133.
Cricket.
Online at MissQToledo.com.
Attention golfers, looking for a hidden gem just minutes from Toledo? Come play Cherrywood Golf Course, a scenic 9-hole experience nestled in the heart of Ottawa Lake at 7910 Whiteford Center Road, 2 miles from US 23. With its tree-lined fairways, sloped greens, strategic bunkers, and a winding creek running through, Cherrywood is more than just beautiful. It's the perfect mix of fun and challenging for golfers of all skill levels. Whether you're sneaking in a quick round after work or enjoying a relaxing weekend game, Cherrywood delivers the kind of golf you'll want to play again and again.
So why drive far when the best kept secret in golf is right in your backyard?
Visit us on Facebook or golfcherrywood.com. That's golfcherrywood.com. Get a tee time by calling 734-856-6669. Cherrywood Golf Course, where 9 is fine if you don't have the time.
Diddy, when the media's attacking him, I don't sit and think, Diddy's a bitch, Diddy's a bitch. I sit and think, why only him? All of Hollywood's doing it. What did he do to get him in trouble? Did he stop obeying? Did he not re-sign the contract? Did he refuse to shut up about certain things? That's what a smart man thinks. Because let me ask you another question. You remember the video of him beating Cassie up in the hallway? I wish to God this was on candid camera. I said, T, they're about to get Diddy. He said, why? I said, they've released a video that is 10 years old. And Tristan goes, and that's out now? I was like, yep. 2 weeks later, arrested. They set up the public perception before the arrest.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Well, now I know I got to write the whole doggone show down to the letter now. I just found that out today as we get in here one final time. Sam Mance here. I am Andre of the Savages, everybody's Black and White Sports. Yeah, it's been a rough day, people. Morbid Monday. You saw it. We saw the Pacer memoriam that we've had. Again, story about that. Thunder is the champ. Not as much talk as it probably should be about all the things that the Thunder were able to do. Like you said, Andy, you talked about the way they came out second half and still defensively turn the screws, which we feel like it wasn't as difficult to do because we know that the Pacers were still displaced mentally, what have you. You know, obviously people don't want to hear that. We know what's going on in the space of the game. It's not like Tyrese Halliburton passed away or anything, but obviously it certainly felt like, you know, there was whereas
you could just feel the air come out of the building altogether. And I just want to say this, I know we're not giving the Thunder enough credit, but we have the rest of the week to do that as we reflect back on this. But the fact that Indiana was down 21 points with 8.5 minutes left, and they only lost the game by 13, and at one point they were only within 8, that speaks to the competitive level of all of those guys on that team and Rick Carlisle coaching them to the last whistle. And we don't see that enough in professional sports.
Not at all. That's the conversation because you're right. What the Pacers represented, what Coach Carlisle is running there, I mean, I hate to see him start blowing it up. I know you got to tinker and guys are going to be, and Halliburton might be, it's probably going to be gone for the season, all this other stuff. But, man, I could appreciate the Pacers, man. I could appreciate the Thunder, too. I could appreciate both of the way, both teams and the way they handle business. Like, just the way that it went. The Pacers coming back. The Pacers been the team. January, they decide, okay, we might as well go on and get started right now. Let's go on and get to the season. And they did it. You know what I'm saying? They were the best after the new year turned. The Thunder were the best, period. Mm-hmm. Since last go round, we could argue. You said that the Celtics should be so lucky they didn't have to deal with that. Okay? So, it's hard to quantify this, Andy. It's hard to put the NBA season to bed because it feels like, it's like we got the conclusion and almost the one we expected and everything, the resolution, all of it, but it's still, like it didn't happen. It's like something didn't happen. And I don't know I just can't describe it. Very difficult.
Even when Mike Breen, finished off his last call at the end of the game, when the clock was ticking down and the Thunder were named champions, you could tell like there was this uncertainty of what level of excitement should I use because of the cloud hanging over from the injury. Like normal Mike Breen. I'm just telling you, I've listened to that guy for 20 plus years.
Right on.
And
Well,
that
you
is
know,
not the
but you
normal
know
Mike
it.
Breen.
You know it like many people, unlike most. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know, we can sit there and deduce that and get those energy. All of them. Even Jefferson, everybody, nobody knew what to do with that. Doris, they were stuck. They were just stuck. They were stuck on the podium. Lisa Salter was out of whack.
I felt so bad for her.
Everybody, the Thunder. I felt bad for the Thunder, the
Yeah.
organization. They didn't deserve to have it. And it's not that they did. They tried. They
I know.
tried to do it. Even, man.
I think it helped that they were at home. I think it would have been much tougher if that was in Indiana. Can you imagine?
Oh, thank goodness.
Having
Lord,
to answer that in front of the Pacer fans after what they witnessed of their own
if
player?
you could just, can you just imagine how it would have, if that had been in Indiana too?
Yeah. Oof. That would have been rough. That would have been brutal. But, Mark Daigneault deserves a lot of credit for the way he coached his team, but he also deserves a lot of credit for the fact that he was deflecting all of the questions about his success towards the team and the organization. And I just respect the hell out of a coach that does that. You know, it happened last year when the Celtics coach did the same thing. You know, he gave the credit to the team and the organization and took it away from him. And, I think that, he deserves a lot of credit for that. But, as an organization, Sam Presti, man, just that guy is just so impressive at his job and what he's able to do and been able to keep them relevant for all these years, even after getting rid of Westbrook, Durant, and Harden. 7 years later, they end up winning a championship after 3 years ago, only winning 22 games in a season.
Right.
Remarkable. Just absolutely remarkable.
Yeah, no, it can't be understated. And it's a fine example, finally, of something, again, that anybody who is a basketball enthusiast, former player, coaches, everybody, if we ever were to, ask these athletes, man, and these people to give the youth something to aspire to contribute to, man, that felt like something of yesteryear for me.
Yeah.
The whole time, this last 2 weeks, I was interested, man. And it's been a while. Like I said, I appreciate when the Nuggets got busy. I wasn't even, like I said, I wasn't necessarily mad at the Celtics. It's just because it was the Celtics, so
Right.
That's always hard to
As a
deal with
Laker
that
fan,
going on.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but at the end of the day, that's all I can really say, man. It's just thank you for hooping, man. Just thank you guys for hooping. And Halliburton, man, I'm sorry, man, but I never, again, man, proud of you. Like we just, man, I can't even imagine what the Indiana fan base is going to be like. Like I never wanted the losing team to have a parade. The Pacers should have a parade. The Pacers
Well, they
should have
had-
I don't know what they do. I don't know if you got to do the full. I don't know what you do. Something else. And I know they're going to celebrate them. And I think they probably always do runner-ups in their hometowns to some degree. But, if every could be like almost the spirit of two winning teams, I know we only got one winner. I got it. But I'm just saying, man, I don't feel like the Pacers lost. Yeah, they lost. This whole thing was tragic, man. But, man, they went out with some honor. That's what it is, everybody. It was honor that you saw. That was what honor looks like. Honor from the squad, the individuals, the coach, the spirit of the city, basketball itself, because we got Indiana going off, and then the whole idea of all of that. I can't
think
do
it would
nothing but
be-
tip my cap, man. I'm grateful for when it went off. I hate my law. You know what I'm saying? That really hurt. It was salty, but I couldn't be mad because Halliburton blessed me up until then. Before that, and they did that anyway. So they just took some of it. They took it back. Took some of it back. I owed it back. That's what we'll say with that. But
Well, and now the focus shifts to the ladies now, right? And how amazing would it be for the Fever to bring home the championship after everything the Pacers just went through?
they're going to. We already been over that. Like I'm not doing that just yet, but that's later. But yeah, they're going to. They already. This is already tipped. They're going to.
But they had
And I pray to
hundreds
God
of
it was just-
fans. Hundreds of fans were at the airport when they landed to see Halliburton and give him a round of applause and everything. So just a class act all around Indiana. Very well done by your fan base.
Absolutely, man. And our number one fan, man, Hightower, we saluting it, man. And that's what you liking, and that's what you representing and respecting. We like that. I wish I could say that. Lakers and Cowboys don't offer me that. I can't say I'm just embarrassed. Every time I just watch a sport, it's nothing but shame that I go and watch every damn time. With that, it's been a Morbid Monday. We will go, and we're out the door quick. We'll see Tuesday. We'll talk back about something. Everything else, Durant, all the rest of it. Again, the Aces, the Fever, the whole thing. I didn't even get on it. And again, everybody, we just appreciate what they gave us, man. NBA respect due. Adam Silver, you got over. You really got over, man. For Josh Burner, Manny Sanzada, I'm Andre of the Savages. Be kind, be respectful, never cheat on your wife, man. And please, handle your business today. We'll talk back tomorrow.
Tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
His store and more, the Man Superstore.